Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Switzerland. It's getting cooler out here. As you see, I'm sort of a little bit dressed, and well, I got a pretty good video for you today. So a little bit more comparison, and well, between some old and some new, and well, I'll see you right back in a minute. Again, welcome back to the channel, everybody. And before we get started, I appreciate it if you would. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. A lot of you are not subscribed, but I could really use the help here, okay? So please subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to share with your friends and your enemies. Hit that notification button. That way you're notified every time a new video comes out. I usually try to put out 2 videos a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. And so, yeah, please subscribe. If you have a question or you have a comment, please leave that down below. I answer all your comments, good or bad. Some of you, yeah, some of you like to troll me a little bit. I don't know why. But anyway, keep on trolling, huh? And yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. So let's get started. So as you see behind me, I've got some old and some new. Now I know a whole lot about the medium and the large Alice, but I don't know a whole lot about the newer MOLLE II rucksack. This right here happens to be in the ACU digital camouflage. I got this bag for free from a friend of mine who upgraded his from the OCP bag, okay, in the multicam color. So he gave this to me, and I wanted to make a video discovering it and talking to you guys about it. So sort of for the moment, I got a bunch of gear in it, but we're going to take all that gear out and we're going to repack it because you know what? Winter's coming and we need to start preparing for winter. So this is a larger bag. I usually use my Alice 62 liters. This right here is probably about 80 liters, I think this bag right here is. Plus it's got the side pockets on it for food and stuff like that. But we're going to see about packing this thing up and getting to know it. So be right back with you. So as a lot of you know who've been following me and watching my videos, you know that I carry the 10 essentials with me. So that's always going to be packed in whatever scenario, wherever I do, wherever I go. And so I've got the 10 essentials with me, and you can look through my other videos to see what those are. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to upgrade from summer or from hot weather to cold weather. So that means a little bit extra gear, a little bit larger size gear. And so we're going to see what it is that I carry, if I have it all with me. I believe I do. But it's mostly clothing and sleeping bags, probably what it is. Everything else is going to be pretty much the same. So let's look at the bag here, the MOLLE bag. Well, it's a pretty big bag. It's about 80 liters, and it has the sustainment pouches on the outside that you can see. Now, of course, it's hard to see them because all the camouflage, sort of camouflage into one another, but these are quite big pockets, which I think are really good. And these are MOLLE, you can move them around wherever you want to on the bag, and you can take them off if you want to. They also happen to have some D-rings on them, so you can attach a strap on them if you want to, which I think is a good idea. Why not? You know, you can have some stuff in there. You don't necessarily need to carry with you a bunch of extra gear. You can just put it all inside that, and if you need to take off or get away from your gear for a minute to go, you know, you can use them actually to put dry firewood in it, you know, tinder, mushrooms, whatever other things you may find out while you're foraging, you know, because you make really good foraging bags. So that's the first thing. This thing has a really big top lid. It has some MOLLE attachments on it. And this top lid right here has a mesh in there, which you can open up, and you can get some good essentials that you want to have access to very quickly just by opening up the top of your rucksack. This flap is like the Alice where it is attached. On the inside here we have very typical U.S. military by design, and it has that smell, that military smell that you have on all this gear. I don't know what that smell is, but I like it. Anyway, it's got a really big main top loader pack, which is really nice actually. And on the inside of it, you have on the bottom here, you have a big zipper here, which we'll go ahead and unzip. Now it's got, before we continue going, it's got these elastic points here, which are pretty much worn out. We're not going to worry about those. We may take those off and may replace them, you know, with something else. You can easily replace those things. But that one's there to help support this zipper here, which could possibly break if it's overstretched, whatever. But on the inside here, you have a big compartment here, full sleeping bag. And on the inside of that, you have a zippered line inner part here. Now I'm going to show you a little bit later how I pack my sleeping bag into my rucksack. Now, there's two things going on here. Number one is I don't use this access point right here. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like all these extra zippers. Personally, for me, I like the top loaders, and that's fine by me. Okay, so I'm going to leave this open right here, this piece that's inside of it. But one thing I did notice about this thing is that it's really been, they've put borders on all the stitching, so it's reinforced. Okay, so it's quite a good backpack, especially for those of us who are just using it for camping and hiking and this sort of stuff. So let's go ahead and zip this thing back up. If you have problems with your zippers, even plastic Waikiki zippers, you get some wax, some beeswax like that, even a little bit of Vaseline like that, and you can put that on there. And I'm gonna zip them up to the middle part of it. Okay, and then I'm gonna reattach this strap right here to give that some support. Although I don't plan on using it, I do want it to be there. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it just loose enough, and there you go. On the outside bottom, you have these straps are here attached to the top. Okay, when you close it all up, these attach to here, like so, and then you can tighten those up on it if you need it. The left and right side's all the same. You have also, you could use some Alice gear on it or Malice gear if you want to. You can attach some pouches on it. For example, there's still a lot of guys are still using a 2-quart canteen pouch. You can add that to the side of it right here. On the other side, they're still using the entrenching tool, the non-MOLLE version. You can attach that to this side right here, so that way you have pretty much like the SOP we had back in the day in the Army. Okay, so let's flip around to the back side of it, and here you have a really good suspension system. It's a little bit dirty, but you know what? I'm not worried about that. I'm not too worried about it. You can easily take it all off. It's very quickly take it off on this plastic frame, which I've not heard anything negative about them. This right here seems to be a really good one. I would be interested in getting my hands on a MOLLE 4000 rucksack. For me, that would be an ultimate goal. That's very close to the Alice pack. This right here, I think will do. It's a very, very comfortable system. I have weighed it down a little bit and thrown some stuff in it and tried it out. It's actually quite comfortable, much more comfortable than the old Alice pack. But anyway, let's start packing it up. I've got everything laid out here that I'm gonna carry with me. I would generally carry with me in the summer, but also some winter stuff. The first thing I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna take, now I emptied out that medium Alice pack. All this was in it except for what wasn't in it was everything over there, winter gear, and the large MOLLE or the large ECWC sleeping bag system. Okay, if you notice, I don't use the Gore-Tex cover. I think it's bulky and I really don't need it, so I don't carry it with me. But this right here is the summer Corinthia bag, sleeping bag in here. I'm gonna take it out, but I'm not gonna just take it out. I'm gonna use the bag. And the reason why I'm gonna take it out and use this bag is because first of all, all this is right here, it's gonna air out. I'm gonna hang it up. It's not a bad piece of kit even to carry with you in the wintertime, but it's not warm enough by itself. And I'm going to try to be as light as possible in the weight. So I'm gonna leave that behind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this big bag right here, or the orange one over there. I think it's gonna be the orange one, 35-liter bag. I'm gonna see about stuffing this big ECWC into it. If not, I have another one at home and I can I can do the right one. So just bear with me a little bit. But let's talk about what I got here, okay? I got some water. I got my food. This is a couple of days of food right here. I've got some gloves for working around the fire. I've got my fire. This is a camp stove that you guys have seen me with. This is my actually, this is my tarp right here. I sleep under a tarp all season round. Something I won't need is mosquito nets. That's coming out also. That I can put off to the side. I have my Power Monkey recharge right here for my phone, cameras, kind of stuff. I have a air mattress, lightweight, ultralight air mattress. This right here is my lantern I use to light up the night. And I have some extra paracord right here. I have a piece of Tyvek ground sheet. I have a Gore-Tex jacket I can throw over anything if it starts snowing and this kind of stuff. And I have this is basically a toiletry kit that I have with me. I can clean up with this kind of stuff like that, and it has everything I need: wet wipes, toilet paper, this kind of stuff inside of it. Now, outside of that, I have my foam mattress right here. I have an axe back there, some winter clothing back there also in my sling bag. But this is basically what I'm going to carry with me. I don't over carry a bunch of stuff because it starts getting heavy and it's not necessarily needed. Why carry a bunch of gear you don't need? Now I'll be wearing boots, socks. I'll throw some extra this over clothing over here. I have extra underwear and an extra pair of socks in there to change out if I need to. Usually for a couple of days, a good pair of wool socks are going to do pretty well. As long as you don't get them wet. If you do get them wet, you just put them inside you wring them out, put them inside your body, and let your body warm them up, and it'll dry them out. But that's it. That's the basics of it. Okay. Now I have the rest of my 10 essentials are going to be inside of this bag right here, which I've made a video on it previously for this bag right here, and I'm going to see about attaching it to the top of the MOLLE II bag. I don't know if it will work, but I'm going to try. I'm going to see if it'll work out. So I don't know. Like I said, this is brand new for me. I'm discovering this as we go along. But let's see if we can't get a lot of this stuff packed up. The first thing I'll pack up though is going to be my sling bag. So I'm going to take the bag itself, the main compartment, and open it up here. And I'm going to see if I can't stuff all my sling bag inside this orange bag right here. This may not be easy. Let's see. I usually have another bag I keep this in, and I think I forgot it at home, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to keep it in there right now. And I'm definitely not going to keep my sling bag compacted for a very long time, so it's going to come out. But this is a 35-liter dry bag from Helvetiabushcraft. It's orange. I like it because you can use it as a signal if you need to, and it works pretty well getting all your gear in it just to keep it dry. And so far, now one thing I don't use is a stuff bag. And I don't compact my sling bag, and the reason why that is because it makes, what you want to do is when you carry your sling bag, you don't want it to be compacted necessarily, but also you want to fill up all the gaps in the bottom of your rucksack. And if you take your sling bag and you put it inside a compression bag, it's going to be compressed, but it's also going to be in a situation where it's just like a lump down there, and then trying to pack all your other gear around it, it's going to leave empty spaces in your sling bag, and it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. This is not ideal. The bag right here I'm using right here, I could split these up also if I wanted to, but it's working so far. It's all fit in there, that's for sure. Definitely fit in there now. Just have to get all the air, as much air as I can out of it, because I still got to fit this inside the main rucksack. That's where being a pretty heavy guy comes in handy. You can do it like that. It's not the ideal bag to put it in, but it's in there. So I'm gonna stick it in there, and I'm gonna finagle it to where it's sitting on the very bottom. I would suggest you have a bigger bag and you put the bag in, you stuff your sling bag in it, and just close it up that way. That's the best route to go, actually. Matter of fact, let's do that. We're going to just pull it all out. You see the mistakes as you see everything else. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm not going to put it inside the stuff bag right now. This is too small. So do apologize for that. We are just going to stick it in the bottom of it. Like I said, this is just a video showing you how well this bag works. Okay, and what it's going to do is going to fill all the gaps at the very bottom. Like I said, if I have a my larger bag, stuff bag, or waterproof bag, it'd be a lot better at doing that. So I do apologize. I appreciate if you would accept my apology, okay, for that. So there you go. It's filled up. It's about half of it. Just that size of it alone is, okay? It's about half the bag. So what do I do next? Well, I'm going to put in the extra clothing I have. Just want to fill that gap up, and I'll show you what I have here. I have, of course, a dry bag here. And what I carry is right here, I'll carry a watch cap, a wool watch cap, some extra underwear. I have some insulated Arthrex pants, trousers here that you can wear over or under. I have a waffle shirt right here. I'll probably wear a wool shirt when I go do for hikes and stuff like that. And then I have my PC PCU 7, I think, jacket from the U.S. Army. And that's in there, okay? Nothing else really needs to be waterproofed, actually. So this right here, I'll stick it in there. I'll compact it down. Like I said, this is the first time I'm actually packing this rucksack. So for me, it's basically trying to stick to what I like to do, how I normally pack a rucksack, and get it all in here, okay? That's what I'm going to stick it up high. It's about a quarter of the bag, but that's going to compact down later, okay? I'm then going to take my food, okay? Before I take my food, I'm going to go ahead and get some other gear here I don't need on top, like my battery charger. I'm going to put that in there. It's going to go up against my back because it's pretty heavy. My stove is going to go in there next. Now, I can actually pack this stuff down into the sleeping bag, which is pretty good, okay? Be careful if you have a liquid stove like I do, that it's inside of a bag, inside of it, so it doesn't leak out. You don't want that getting on your sleeping bag. I've had that experience before. It's a nasty experience, so don't do that, okay? My food bag goes in next, okay? And then what am I going to need access to? Well, I'm going to go ahead and put more sleeping gear inside of it, like my sleeping pad. That's going to go in there. Filling up gaps, this kind of stuff. My Tyvek cover is going to go in there. Okay. That's all in there. It's all in there. It's looking really good so far. Okay. I'm going to get my lantern in there. Things I may need, may not need very quickly. I'll go ahead and get my toiletry kit inside there. I'll put it in the middle so it stays a bit safe. My lantern also, I don't want it on the very bottom, that kind of stuff. And it's pretty much everything is in there that I want inside of it, okay? But we're gonna see, I'm gonna go ahead and just tie it up right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and see. It's feeling heavy, it's not feeling light, by the way. There's a lot of gear in there. We're gonna see how everything else fits in there. And these water bottles actually have water in them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna half them out. I'm gonna open these up. Okay, and see about getting these pouches involved in the entire thing. Now, I don't need to use them. I could actually get the rest of it in there, but I like the idea of having certain things on the outside, and one of them is being my water bottles, okay? So I'll put one water bottle over here, and then what I'll put next to it is going to be my tarp, okay? My tent pegs are also in there, just so that you know, okay? And then I could easily get my gloves on top of that, and so they're in there, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of room here, actually. Everything is sort of fitting in. I'm gonna go ahead and snap that up, tighten it down a little bit, get this thing on the other side. On the other side, I'm gonna get the other water bottle in here. I'm gonna go ahead and slide in my rain jacket right here. It's gonna go in there. Let me get this 550 cord just in case I need that pretty quick. Get that in there. Rain jacket in there next to that. Okay. Looking like that's about it, huh? Wow. Which means I can carry extra gear with me if I need it. So I have the space on it to carry extra gear. Okay, so here we're looking at right here now is the whole pack right here, pretty much all together. Everything I need for winter camp out, it's right here. Now, I want to carry my axe with me. I'm going to stick on the sides a little bit lighter gear, lighter over here. I can slide it right down between the sustainment pouch and the backpack itself. It'll sit right in there perfectly like that. Let's see about this pack right here. Well, actually, I can attach it to the outside with a MOLLE system, like this right here. Put it on top right here. I can also just slide it like this right here. Stick it in here. Okay, and then grab my sleeping pad, put it right here, right up here next to it. Grab my suspension straps right here, or my tie down straps right here. Gotta get them all the way to the end here. So let's see, it's a little bit too much, I would say. A little bit too much to the end there. Let's see how we can do this. Still, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take this off and put it on afterwards. This will go up here. I actually can get everything in this bag inside of this right here, but I like to have the ability to be able to carry that bag on me. This will pop in, grab the end of it right here, pull it down, get this tightened up a little bit. Same thing this side over here. Get the strap. Do the same thing, pop it in, go ahead and tighten it down a bit also. You can also run these straps up through the MOLLE webbing here if you'd like. That will help them to stay a little bit more in position. I'll sit here and push this down a little bit. Now you gotta remember, I got the sling bag in the bottom of it. It's adding volume, okay? Not weight, not a whole lot of weight, but it is adding volume to it, so. So there we go. It's all in there. And my waist pouch right here, I can easily just take it. I can attach it. This side also, same thing. Get it on there. Put this up on top of it like it's right here. And there we go. It's all in there. So let's see about putting this thing on. This I haven't tried yet. with this weight in it like you see now. Let's get inside of it. I've got to do a video on how to put a rucksack on if it's sitting on the ground, like how we do it, how we did it when I was in the Army. It's actually pretty comfortable. It's not too bad actually. These straps are very comfortable. I'm pretty impressed with this because it's so much better than the Alice system was. You get a really good thick waist suspension here, support. Put that on there. And then the chest strap right here. You're all seeing this the same first time as I'm seeing it, so it's all brand new for me also. There we go. I don't know if it has any, that's all good. Sits on the back pretty much the way you want it to. It's very comfortable. Now I had a fibula and that bag was just so heavy though. I like the layout of it, just such a heavy backpack. But this right here is actually pretty comfortable. I can imagine myself doing a winter hike in it and trying it out. But anyway, that's it, huh? That's it. I can't think of anything else. I'm gonna probably do some modifications things in some form or another, and I'll keep you guys in the loop for that and let you know how that works out. One thing I like about this, it has these quick release straps. This buckle on the bottom right here, it's very simple. You just push it in, it pops out. It's right here. And you can take this piece right here, and it pops right off. You do both sides actually if you wanted to. So it pops right off. And there you go. U.S. Army issue MOLLE II rucksack system. Like I said, this is the older camouflage right here, the digital or the ACU camouflage. And then they have the newer versions right here, which my buddy has. He's got it, a brand new one in the OCP or the multicam type camouflage, which I think is wonderful, 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 wonderful. I'm gonna see about trying to dye this thing if I can. I don't know how it would work. Let's see if I can't come up with what I need to dye this thing to get the color, a bit more natural color instead of this grayer color here, or maybe even a dark gray. I think that might look good, really dark gray color on it. But we'll have to see. Now it's about just getting out into the outdoors and trying it out and playing with it and seeing how well it works, which is coming up because winter is coming, and finally being able to get out and get away from all the bugs and the critters, and there are a lot less people out here, so that's another good thing. Just starting to change, the colors are. You can start seeing some of the colors behind me here. I'll lift the camera up, you can have a good look. We're getting some change here in the colors of these trees right here. These are beech trees right here with some spruce. and starting to look good. Starting to look really good here. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, again, please leave them down below. Leave a comment section. Try to be nice, at least to me, please. I appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button. It's so easy to help me out a whole lot. And share with your friends and enemies, because you know what? Even your friends need to know all this kind of stuff. All you guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.